Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for our Small Business Spotlight. I am Christine Rocha. I am the broker owner of Residential Realty Group, and I am joined tonight by Meg Michaels, David Costa, Dan McCormick, and Jean McAndrews. And we are a real estate brokerage who really understands the importance of developing relationships and making connections. It's really the foundation of our business. And that is our goal for tonight, to help other small businesses in our community make connections through these introductions. So we have 20 small businesses with us tonight. Each small business will have about 2 minutes to present their service and products to the group. And then we will have the opportunity to ask questions. And toward more the end, I'm going to be posting a link. We have a digital brochure of each presenter tonight. Will be part of a digital brochure, which was created by Rebecca Wright, Marketing of Rebecca, who will be joining us tonight as well. And it's absolutely beautiful. So please do not leave this event tonight without copying the link to that brochure. It can be used later on for reference or to share with family and friends. So without further ado, I am going to introduce you to David Costa, who will be our moderator tonight. So David, you want to take it away?
Thank you, Christine. Can you hear me? As Christine said, we have about 20 businesses, small businesses, who will be presenting this evening. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a direction in how we'll do this. As I introduce each business, I will also let you know who the next person to present will be, just so that you have a few minutes to calm your nerves, you know, until you're in the spotlight. Also, please remember to unmute yourself when I introduce you so that everyone can hear you. Our first business in the spotlight this evening will be Ruthanne Broduer from Premier Designs Jewelry. And right after Ruthanne will be Justin Crowley, who is a landscaper. So, Joanne, are you ready? Ruthanne, I'm sorry.
And I am. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. You let me go first so I can get it out of the way. Well, I appreciate it, you know, and thank you so much, David. I think it's a wonderful event to pull people together, especially when we're socially distant. So as David said, my name is Ruthanne Broduer, and I am a jewelry stylist with Premier Designs Jewelry. It's a high fashion jewelry line, and I just want to give you a little bit of idea of what the company does and then what we've been doing with this change, with everything that's been going on right now in our environment. So Premier supports organizations all across the globe with every piece of jewelry that's sold. So they share pieces of that profit from every necklace or a pair of earrings that are purchased. You're not only supporting my small business, but you're also helping, you know, impoverished children get medical care that they need, and helping other ministries and organizations just around the world. So it's a really wonderful program and organization, the way that they're set up. Now, through Premier, I've made a ton of new friends. I've built this great small business by wearing the high fashion jewelry that I have. So it's wonderful. I'm a walking advertisement for it. And, you know, pre-COVID-19, you know, I would meet with my clients in their homes. We'd meet in coffee shops and get together with their girlfriends and their friends. And my clients would earn discounted and free jewelry, and their friends would get the opportunity to accessorize their outfits and just feel better about themselves with that pulled together look. And that's one of the things I love about the business is I get to meet wonderful people and just help them feel better about themselves. So things have changed a little bit with this current situation. From a business perspective, we have engraved and hand-stamped jewelry that you would design yourself And that business line has been put on hold because it's not safe for those workers to be in that close proximity and creating that jewelry. But the rest of our line is still available. So right now, it's very automated. Once the jewelry is made by the jeweler, it's an automated process. So there's safe distancing put into place in the factories, and then everything is manufactured and shipped out in a safe way to all of our clients. The other thing that's really changed in our current situation is how I meet with my clients. I can't get together in those coffee shops anymore. So we do our get-togethers virtually, and I help women put their best video call foot forward instead of, meeting with their friends in person. So we can chat about, what you like, what you don't like. Premier has these great discounted sets. So they take the guesswork out of a lot of things too. You can put together your own jewelry ensemble, or we can do a discounted set. And so they help you save money. And we also now have these stir crazy deals because we're all going a little stir crazy being cooped up inside. So starting, for example, on the 8th, these put together sets, instead of being 10% off, are going to be 30% off. So every week now, these stir crazy deals have been changing. It's been really wonderful. And I also have a customer rewards program called a GEM membership. It's your no sweat way to sparkle. It's GEM, and GEM members save 20% all of the time. But they also get members only perks throughout the year. They get free shipping on qualified orders, and that's all for just $39 a year. But on this call tonight, what I would like to offer is a giveaway. So for everybody who places an order between now and midnight on Sunday, the 10th, will be entered into a drawing to earn a free GEM membership. So it doesn't matter what the size of the order is or anything. I'm going to enter everybody into that drawing. So even if someone's listening to the recording after the fact and wants to place an order, absolutely, as long as it's in by Sunday at midnight Eastern time, we'll go ahead and enter you into that drawing, and I'll be in touch with you for that. So that's a little bit about what Premier does. So thanks. I don't know if you have any questions. I don't see any coming in on the chat. I don't know if anyone wants to unmute and ask anything about what I do or what the company does, or see any of the jewelry I have piled up around me.
I don't see any questions there, but it sounds like you're really adapting in this difficult time, and that's great. Does anyone have any questions before we move on?
Did you mention a website? I'm sorry, I was trying to pay attention.
Oh, no, sorry, I did not mention it, but so it's just premierdesigns.com/Ruthanne. And it will be, I think, it's in the brochure, which I'm so excited to see the brochure. I think that's a wonderful idea to follow that up. But yeah, if you go to premierdesigns.com/Ruthanne, and the Stir Crazy specials are right there. When you go to shop, there's all the different specials, and my contact information is on my website as well. So you can get in touch with me and ask me any questions about the jewelry, the business side of it, or how you get free jewelry and discounted jewelry by becoming a hostess. And you're right, technology has really been able to transform or lend itself to being able to I can still show jewelry. I can still help people pick things out. We can do all of that virtually. I miss getting together with people in person. As Christine knows, we like to meet face to face, but I think being able to use technology has really been able to help close that gap that we have right now by being socially distanced.
That's great. Well, thank you so much. We enjoyed that, and really the brochure, the virtual brochure that was produced for this event is really great. So anyone who has any further questions, all of your information will be on that brochure. So we'll get that to you. I'm not quite sure how we're going to do that, but we'll get that to you. So thanks again.
Great.
And
Thank you.
We'll move on to our next presenter, who is Justin Crowley, who is a landscaper. Are you there, Justin?
Justin was actually going to be joining us by phone, so I don't see him online yet.
He's not there yet? Okay.
So perhaps if you want to move on, I'll let you know when I see him jump in.
Okay, great. So next is Trisha Marfione, Shackley Products and Feeling Your Best. Are you here?
I am here.
Great.
Okay.
Tell us about your business.
All right. Hello, everybody. One of the things I'm going to have you do right now is to find your thymus gland, okay? So it is located in your chest, and it is behind the breastbone and above the heart. So if you could just kind of find that spot right there on your body, go ahead and do it. Don't be shy, right? And you're just going to make a little tapping with one hand or two hands, or maybe a little thing like go like that. I don't see anybody try, and you can join me. There's a good reason to do this. So, and you can make a little noise like, ah, ah, ooh, ah. Did you try it? Give it a try. You can keep doing it. And I'm going to tell you why we just did that, because one of the things that does is that actually, it's called the thymus thump, right? And it stimulates the single most important function of your immune, or of your thymus gland, and that is to keep it active and to booster up our immune system. So that might come in handy in these kind of days, right? Fights off our foreign invaders. It reaches out, makes those T cells work a little bit better. So it's a really good thing that if you want to boost your immune system, that's something you can just do any time of the day, right? That tapping and that thumping of it actually creates a little vibration, and it stimulates an increase in the production of your white blood cells, and it wakes up those T cells. So we all want to think about these days of what we can do, right, to boost our own immunity. That's one little teeny thing you can do. You can eat right, and if you really want to boost that that thymus gland, lots of leafy greens, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, berries, tomatoes, kiwi. That also helps. A little exercise, get out and walk during this time, handling your stress, breathing deeply, maybe doing meditation. And then the reason that I'm on the call tonight is because I market a product for folks that might be wondering what else they can do to build up their immunity in these uncertain times. So I've been a Shackley distributor for over 30 years, and I absolutely love the products. And I'll tell you why: because they're safe. They have a very high standard of performance. They are proven. So we have lots of peer-reviewed journals that are published, and we have a guarantee so that we stand behind our products so that they work, and that if you're not happy, you can have a money-back guarantee at any time. So I will also tell you that right now we have an immunity challenge pack that we're offering, and it includes in it a shake, a protein shake, and then it has a packet, a little strip of vitamins that you can take, and then it also has something called Nutriferin, which is an immunity builder, and we have a special on that right now. I also will invite you to take a look at my website, which is naturesintention.myshackley.com. You can go on there and check that out a little bit. You can, if you want a little more of a personalized program, there's a little test you can take on that website, and you can check that out. And if you're interested, call me, send me an email. I'll be on that information there. But if you're thinking that maybe this is a good time to do that, then I would love to hear from you. And thank you, Meg, for inviting me tonight. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Trish. I just also wanted to mention that that you are a certified nutritional counselor, yeah. Correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. All right. So next up is, do we have Justin yet?
I do not see Justin yet.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to Ted Dooling from Boston Computer Scanning. Ted?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Nice to see all these business owners all in one place. You know, I'm getting so lonely. I'm just going to take a minute and hug the monitor. Oh, that felt good. Good to see everyone. Yeah, so what we have been doing, we have a family-run business since 1992. We basically computerize paper, and the way it relates to small businesses is we have records automation, records management, and we set them up so that you can access and share files remotely, and that includes emails and PDFs and scans and Word and spreadsheets and all that. It's just a robust records management system that we install for our customer base. And I mean, our customer base is pretty broad based. We have a lot of municipalities, which is why we still go to work every day, because we have to keep the sites running for public works and cemeteries departments that we supply to. But we also do this for business and for small business as well. And on Albion Street in Wakefield, we have a document scanning service bureau where we computerize up to 35,000 pages a day. And we do small jobs as well, shoe boxes full of photographs, personal archive documents, books, anything on paper, maps, we scan it. So we take paper and we computerize it, and we provide automated records management system for people. We did start a second, great timing, a collaborative workspace like a WeWorks about a year ago called Cedric Studio. And, we quickly found out how challenging it is to keep something like that going. And at this point, it wouldn't work anyway. So that space is kind of our overflow space. We have, we rent it out for private meetings, and what would happen was marketing groups would use it and they'd meet there, and we have a big monitor, a screen and everything, and high-speed internet and a kitchen and comfortable seating, and people would just kind of take it over for the day and have a meeting in there to conduct whatever business they had. Going forward, when we get past this, that'll still be available. CedricStudio.com. That's right next to our Boston computer scanning business. So that's it for me. Our website is bosscan.com, BOSSCAN.com. And nice to see everyone again. I'm looking forward to hearing from everyone else. Thank you.
Thank you, Ted. It looks like there are a number of people who are interested in your business, and I hope we've been able to help this evening. Let's move on to our next business. We have Alicia Wood from Eliete Cleaning Services.
I don't believe Alicia was able to join us tonight.
Okay. All right. Next then, Gardening by Meg. Meg Bond, not Meg Michaels.
Correct. So Meg Michaels invited me. We've known each other a lot of years. So my name is Meg Bond. I've been self-employed for 30 years, primarily as an event coordinator. You'll see when the information comes out, and I'll put it in the chat, that my email is meg@eventsbymeg.com. However, I've also been a stager and an organizer, and helping people move into their homes, not just out, but a service that I had started about 6 months ago was helping people move in, which doesn't happen very much. So with my staging background and my organizing background, I realized that was a service that was needed. But obviously, none of those are happening right now. So I have also been a gardener for a lot of years for myself, and I thought this would be the perfect time to start Gardening by Meg. So I've been doing everything from planting flower beds, some basic yard cleanup, the more detailed stuff generally than what a landscaper does, but also helping people start their vegetable and herb gardens. Whether it's they're starting a brand new garden and I'm literally out there with a shovel turning over the earth and prepping it, to helping them plant seeds indoors now, since most things can't go out yet. Lettuce can go out. And then I can also provide maintenance in the long run, either virtually reminding them to do things or swing by and check once in a while to help them, with that sort of thing. I love being outdoors. It's so relaxing and de-stressing to be outside digging in the dirt, which is another plus right now. So if you know of anyone who is interested in starting a vegetable garden or needs help cleaning out their vegetable garden for the new season, or needs help planting some flowers. I actually worked for someone today an older woman who said she can get down on the ground, but she can't get back up. So she went and picked out her flowers at Mahoney's, and then I came over and dug out the flower beds and edged them and planted all her flowers for her today. So I love doing that sort of thing. So Everything by Meg, I'm on Instagram actually as Everything by Meg. And I have 2 business Facebook pages, Events by Meg, Staging by Meg. I'm currently posting my Gardening by Meg pictures on my staging page, staging and organizing. I'm organizing gardens, I figured. So you can find me there, and I'll put that information in the chat as well. Thank you so much.
That's great. Thank you, Meg. That sounds like a really interesting concept, what you're doing, assisting people with their gardens that most landscapers just wouldn't get involved in. And I think it's a great thing you can do now without having contact and whatever.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Next on our, and I also said I was going to let you know just a little bit in advance, but next is You Fill, We Dump, Mark Hall. Following Mark will be Timothy Meuse from TJM Plumbing.
Thank you, David. And I just want to say thank you very much to Meg Michaels, as well as the Residential Reality Group for inviting me here this evening. And hello, everybody. Great job by the previous people on showcasing your businesses. I think this is a great idea, especially in these times. I mean, I've done a lot of things over the year. Over the years. I'm retired now, a retired firefighter and veteran of 20 plus years. And so now this is my retirement. And what we provide is a driveway friendly dumpster service. So some people like to have weekend projects where they need a dumpster, but they don't want a big 10-yard steel can on their driveway or on their lawn, or a bag killing their lawn for that matter. So what we do is provide this driveway safe trailer, along with some other options. We provide delivery services for landscape supplies, Meg, just throwing that out there. No minimum required. So if you just wanted 1 yard of loam or mulch or sweet peat moss for that garden, that's something that we can throw out for you at a reasonable delivery rate. It's only $45 on the cost of material. Along that, we provide free metal recycling. We work with a bunch of businesses in the area, automotive businesses, high schools. Waltham High School, we do a give back program where we take a bunch of their metal from their automotive shops and their metal fabrication shops. We recycle the materials for them, and then we donate a majority of that money that we receive from the recycling back to the high school to put back into the programs. So, I mean, if you wanted to visit our website, it's www.youfillwedump.com, and I'll put it in the chat section. And you can see all the services that we do provide. Here's a little picture of a postcard that we have. That's one of the dumpsters. That's a 7.5 yard dumpster. It's probably about 4 bagsters worth, and it's about the same price as a bagster for a 4-day rental. So from Friday to Monday or Tuesday, you can get it for $325, and that includes 1 ton of debris removed with it for free. And on top of that, I just want to say thank you again, everybody, for having me this evening, and it was great listening to all of you, and hopefully we can help take care of each other in these difficult times and maintain social distancing. And we can provide that social distancing with my company, because we can do most of the stuff with no contact. Call, give a credit card, and we just drop it where you want it, and you never even have to come out and give us a high five. If you want it, we can throw a virtual high five through the window. So I'll give you guys all high five. All right, high five. Come on, everybody, give it to me. David,
Mark.
thank you so much.
Mark, before you go, all of those things, you're going to be really pleased with this virtual brochure. So, but before you go, Meg told me you have a tagline.
Yes, I do. So, unlike your spouse, we'll take your crap. Hold on a second. Here you go. Right there. I don't know if you can see it.
That's great. Thanks, Mark.
And it's not husband or wife. Let me clarify that. Spouse, because we got to take it from both sides, right?
Yeah. All right. Thanks again.
Thank you, David.
Next up is Timothy Meuse. Are you there?
I am here. Thank you for having me, David. Thank you, Residential Realty Group. I just wanted to start off by saying TJM Plumbing and Heating. We are a residential plumbing and heating outfit. We take care of small service calls, anything from a drippy faucet to a new hot water heater, boiler. We also do full remodels, very light commercial work, and we are open for business right now. We are taking all the proper steps to make sure that we are safe in your house so that we do not bring anything to you and we don't take anything from you that we don't want either. We have masks, we wear our gloves, change them constantly, wear boot covers in your house. Before COVID happened, you know, we still wore the boot covers. We want to respect your home as if it is ours. Try to leave everything cleaner than when we found it. In addition to that, we do wipe everything down after we've touched it with this current situation. The other thing, you know, this has been great listening to all the presentations. I've been trying to either find you guys on some sort of social media platform. I've been either sending you a friend request or liking your pages. And I would, you know, it goes a long way for a small business. The more Facebook likes, Instagram likes we get, reviews, if I've had the pleasure to work for you, those always go a long way. So if you guys would like, it'd be great if you would like my page, TJM Plumbing and Heating, on Facebook, Instagram, what have you. So yeah, we offer residential plumbing and heating services, and we're taking every precaution we can. And once again, thank you for the presentations today. They've been great, and thank you, David, for inviting me. It's been a pleasure to talk with you all.
Thank you, Tim. Does anybody have any questions? We haven't had too many questions tonight, but wait a minute. Yeah, I don't see any. All right, thanks, Tim. Next up is Mary McPartland, and I'm really looking forward to this one. Frozen hoagies. Mary? Is Mary ready?
I think she might need some help getting unmuted. The host can unmute her.
Let's see. Hold on, Mary, I'm trying.
I'm on the phone.
Oh, there you are, Mary. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Mary.
Hello. I'm going to put myself in a better spot. I'm just, I want to show my menu board.
Great.
Oh, you're not going to see it good. Christine knows my menu.
It's all delicious.
Wow.
All right. So anyways, I started my business in 2011. It's frozen hoagies, and it's not frozen sandwiches. It's frozen ice cream sandwiches with all homemade cookies and Rankatori's ice cream, which is homemade. And I started with one little truck. I grew to 3 trucks, and then I opened a storefront in Somerville, Mass, like 4 years ago. And then this year, I opened my Winchester store on March 19th, right in the middle of the virus. So we've been doing okay. I actually, the trucks, with the COVID situation, the trucks, I started having one out because we're doing neighborhood events. Like people organize their neighborhood. I did one in Mansfield Sunday, and there was over 70 people. I have on my, I'm starting backwards here. I have on my website, I have a tab where I can change it to whatever neighborhood I'm going to, and you pre-order, and I make them all ahead of time, and we just hand them out when we get there. You pre-order and pay ahead of time. That's how the trucks have changed. There's only one truck out right now. And the store, my Somerville store is closed temporarily, but the Winchester store has been really, really good. In fact, I was lucky to get on the call. I had to get my sister here to help me today. The people have been good. We also, on my website, I've learned how to build a store. And there's a lot of pre-orders. People do come in like one at a time and order. And they're very respectful. They stay outside the store. We wear the gloves, the mask, and keep changing them. We've gotten a good reception here, and the truck, it's just trying to figure out day by day what I'm doing, to be honest with you, like everybody else.
Great, great. I'm noticing that on the brochure that we have, your store addresses aren't there. Do you want to share your Somerville and Winchester store addresses? I know Somerville's closed, but
Winchester is 534 Main Street, Winchester, and it's right in Winchester Center. Google Maps has us wrong. They send you to Woburn. And Somerville is 864 Broadway, Powder House Square.
Great, great.
And the truck, if anyone wants the truck to come to their neighborhood, which is what we can do, as long as you want to organize it, you can email me or call the store, but email's the best, mary@frohlichstein.com.
That's great.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like, a neighborhood thing.
I can't wait. And Winchester's open? I have to go
Winchester's open.
I have to go drop something to my mother tomorrow who's in Winchester, and maybe I'll stop by and pick something up.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. No, we do deliveries in Winchester too.
Great. Great. Okay, any other questions?
How early are you opening in Winchester? Because I have an 8 a.m. tomorrow.
Right. Right now, my hours are 2 to 7. I've shortened them. But
all right. I won't be able to make it tomorrow, but next time.
Okay.
Hey, do you have any gluten-free options?
We do. I have gluten-free coconut, and I have a gluten-free monster cookie, which is peanut butter, oatmeal, chocolate chip, M&M's.
Wow.
Ice cream, most of the ice cream is gluten-free.
Great. Okay. Thank you very much, Mary.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Hello, Christine.
Next up is Lori Lambert Osborne, Global Wellness Coach.
Hi there. Well, that's a tough act to follow after hearing about all that delicious food. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my God, I'm really hungry now. So my name is Lori Lambert Osborne, and I do a variety of wellness coaching. So I actually had many things canceled, sadly, in March. I do some per diem work for the Well Aware program that does wellness education for municipalities. So I have done education with police departments and firefighters and school teachers and librarians, anybody from a municipality, as well as I did some resilience training for KPMG recently. And so organizations that want to have me come in as their wellness specialist, I've done everything from food, mood, and behavior to cooking demonstrations on what to make for breakfast, pantry, predicaments in a pandemic, how do you deal with opening the cabinets and not knowing what to make for dinner, how to involve your children in cooking and meal planning. I'm a registered dietitian and have had about 11 years of clinical experience in a teaching hospital in Boston. And so I've taken that wellness background and incorporated mindfulness education, as well as social emotional learning, resilience, compassion training. I also am a 500-hour yoga teacher, certified at Kripalu in the Berkshires. And so do a lot of different things as far as wellness is concerned. And one specialty area is with community supported agriculture. So if you are participating in a CSA like Farmer Dave's or another farm locally, a lot of people don't know what to do with that produce when they get it home. What do I do with kohlrabi? I don't even know what that is. I can provide coaching and even come into the home to help with, well, not really now, I can, but I'm doing a lot of cooking demonstrations and cooking classes online in my own kitchen, which is kind of nice. So when I need an ingredient, I just kind of walk over and grab it instead of having to bring bags and bags of things when I do cooking demonstrations. So a lot of different wellness things that I can provide and have throughout many years of doing this. So would love to either help you or your organization. And if you have any questions, let me know. And I also have a very delicious Instagram page if you want to look at all the things that I cook on a routine basis. It's at Lori Lambert Osborne. So.
Great.
Laurie, I have a question.
Yes.
On the real estate side, the pandemic, it's causing people to look at their space, cleaning services and airflow. From a wellness perspective, what do you see, not details, but topics that are happening now because of what's been going on?
One of the main things that I'm actually finding is that people are needing to manage their stress level. A lot of the people that I've been working with are people that worked outside of the home and now have children at home. And so they're trying to juggle a lot of different things and the stress level is really high. So with a lot of the online courses that I've been offering is how to incorporate things with the kids that are at home so that the parents aren't going totally crazy and that everybody's not like headbutting. So that's actually one of the main things that I would say. And then a refocus on values and time management, how to set routines to really create some order in people's lives where there's not necessarily that order that we had prior to this happening.
Great.
Good question.
So my question is, how do you prevent those of us, well, I've been working at home for a long time, and this has been a serious problem of mine. How do you prevent those working at home from going to the cabinets 40 times a day looking for food?
That is a great question. And we actually, well, my brother coined the phrase, the pandemic 15, or the quarantine 15 instead of the freshman 15. And since we've been at home, it's actually interesting. Meg knows my husband. My husband's actually lost 3 pounds.
Wow.
We actually eat, I would say, better than what we were eating before, mainly because we incorporate so much more. I have more time to cook. And so we're really incorporating things that have a lot of fiber, a lot of vegetables, because we do participate in a CSA. And once we've eaten it, we're full. It's like we're not even interested in going to the cabinet unless we had those frozen hoagies and then change everything. But because of how we're eating, we're really not noshing because we're sated.
Great. Great. Okay, thank you so much, Laurie. Next up is New England Painting and Contracting, Larry Gamst. Following will be Carol's Cafe in Wakefield.
Hi, I'm Larry Gamst from New England Painting and Contracting. Thank you for inviting me on here. I've heard some great presentations. We're a local contractor based out of Melrose. Our primary business is painting, light carpentry, drywall. We do roofing repairs, masonry repairs, install gutters, a lot of power washing. Because we provide a multitude of services, we work really well with a lot of the local realtors when they're prepping homes for the market, new home buyers that want to freshen up the home, or sellers that are looking to give more curb appeal in their home. We're a company of 5 employees. All of my employees have a minimum of 20 years experience in their various trades. We can handle pretty much any size project. We do both commercial and residential work. Right now, we've been doing a lot of commercial work, so we've found an opportunity in vacant offices that needed work done, and we've been able to go in there and you know, be able to social distance. We also do a lot of exterior work, so we've been very fortunate to be working, you know, during this time pretty much every single day. So we're as busy as we've been in any other year. We take every precaution we can. Like Tim had mentioned, we wear masks. We've done some interior homes recently where people have been able to go away for a week or so. Let's see here. We're also a big supporter of other local businesses. We try to buy all our supplies locally here in Melrose whenever possible, Colorworks, and also hire people that, you know, have small businesses here in Melrose. Let's see here.
That's great, Larry. We have a really good question from Sean Sarno. Do you refinish cabinets and replace granite and backsplashes?
We have, when we can't do something, we have, you know, a list of contractors that we work with on a regular basis. So I have someone that I work with regularly that can do the backsplashes, the countertops. We don't personally do it. We will refinish cabinets reluctantly. They're kind
reluctantly? Why?
they're a lot of work, and you need you typically have to disassemble the cabinets, all the hardware. You have to have proper space in the house for us to be able to work on the cabinets. It'll tie up a room in your house for probably 4 or 5 days, and then reinstall the cabinets. We will do them, but I like to send those out as well.
Right. Yeah, that's fine. Of course, if the house were empty and somebody were just renovating it to sell it, painting the cabinets would give it a facelift and is a relatively inexpensive way to bring it up to what it should be.
If we're doing a larger project in the home, let's say we're, you know, repairing the walls, painting the entire house, in those cases, we'll do the cabinets as part of the larger project. We typically won't do them if it's just refinishing the cabinets.
Right, right. Okay, great. Any other questions for Larry? Okay. Thank you very much, Larry. Next is Kim Ferrante from Carol's Cafe in Wakefield. Are you there, Kim? All right.
I don't think I see Kim.
Okay, let's move on then. Next is Rada Boutique, Rada Frohlichstein. I know Rada was here. There we are.
I am. Hi, David. Good to see you, my friend.
Same here. You're in San Francisco?
Yes, since travel is banned, I like to be someplace every day. How's that? If nothing else is in my mind. Okay, so hi everybody. What a great group of people, and thank you so much for inviting me here. My business is I specialize in making women feel and look fabulous. So I have been in business for 15 years and owning 2 fashion boutiques. And second location is in Melrose for the last 8 years, and in Wakefield downtown on the corner of Princess and Main, and in Melrose 486 Main Street in Melrose. I love both of our towns, and I am a local businesswoman who always volunteer, help, local fundraising and everything. It's all about local. My boutique, I project mostly I carry made in USA much longer. Since one of the very first boutique line that I ever purchased was made in USA, and I still carry that line that it's made in LA. We like to provide a great quality pieces that are not necessarily just the it trend, so that it's like woman can only wear it one season and that's it. Our items are almost always in style, and most of our customers completely have their wardrobe converted over years to a Rada boutique selection. So we dress women and style them according to their lifestyle, according to what type of energy they need to project. Whether that's for a business interview, whether that's a first date, I love those. We style women also. It's really one of my favorite when newly single woman. That is my favorite thing, because I totally dress them differently. There's a lot going on in styling somebody, even if somebody is very skilled of dressing themselves. You think most people think, oh, how difficult is that? But truly there's art to it. And once you experience a personal styling by one of our stylists, it's really revealing. Most of the husbands come and thank us for dressing their wives, because we give them such a different energy that they benefit in the long run, and more noticeable, and it's really amazing. But this particular, I want to talk about it, the business that we have now, obviously we are closed. We're not essential, it's fine, everything. It really forces me to change everything that I do. Like I started Facebook Live sales and events that I've never done them before. I also worked on my website myself. I'm not a very techie person. It took me hours to do what I've done yesterday. Please go on www.radaboutique.com. We have we're able to add over 300 pieces on our inventory without purchasing single one. So we all are starting to be creative the way we do business. So I negotiated a deal with one of my awesome group of my vendors from LA. And there's a little part of the warehouse in LA that is part of the Rada boutique shipping. So I'm developing online, exclusive online that are a lot less expensive than when we would have to invest in inventory and bring it in our stores. So that's really amazing. We also do, we provide now during the COVID, we provide like Zoom shopping with a group of friends, hold your glass of wine and let's do Zoom shopping and what have you. We do local deliveries, pickup, shipping, anything that really, anybody wants to like feel something normal and get something new, accessories or something to jazz up their wardrobe. Also, we're on Instagram, Rada Boutique. And we have two Facebook pages, Rada Boutique Wakefield and Rada Boutique Melrose. I want to just touch up a little bit as somebody says, I think Jim says about liking the pages. It's not enough just to like the pages. What happened with the algorithm of Facebook, you can like our page, but you'll never see any of our posts. You have to really be able to get involved with a comment, a smiley face, like, share whatever you do that you can help out, even if you don't care about that particular item. By just doing that, you're helping more people seeing posts and our advertisement, because what Facebook wants us to do, paid ads and pay for people to see these posts, but by us local businesses to help each other and just go and spend the 5 minutes while you're in quarantine and go on to your few pages that you want to support, or every day you pick up 5 local businesses, just go on their pages and get active a little bit, of share it, tell about it. You're going to help us incredibly just by doing that without spending any money. So I just wanted to plug that in. Also, we offer right now virtual closet consulting. We come to you. A lot of people have lots of time on their hands and they're cleaning out their closet. We would help you what to toss, what not, what type of outfit can you create, and so on. So I had a woman recently who had an amazing dress with the button front that she bought it on her honeymoon, and she was connected to that piece, couldn't toss it. She was very, but it was not something that she can wear. I was able to suggest to her to wear it as a coat and with the button and cuffed, and she was absolutely ecstatic that she can actually find a way to wear her favorite piece that she never put on last 10 years. So do contact us. We are email radafashion@gmail.com. That is like the best thing that you can do for your seasonal wardrobe or have you. So keep us in mind, and when we do open, please come in and check us out. Mostly European line. Obviously, I'm European. I'm very snob as far as the style goes. I may not look like tonight about it, but make America great again, so we can order you these hats and ship it to you anytime. So anybody has any question, love to hear from you.
All right, thanks, Rada. And I've known Rada for a long time, and her boutiques are terrific. I go in and talk to her once in a while and bother her, but she's got some great stuff. She's got some great stuff, and the website is terrific. And you're obviously doing you're obviously doing some really interesting things with the virtual closet stuff and a lot of stuff. You're really making it work during this difficult time, and that's great. Thanks again, Rada.
Anybody can purchase also the gift certificates as well.
Right, and that's a great way to support the local businesses that may not be open right now, that in Melrose, Wakefield, wherever you live. That's a great way to support. Okay, next up we have
David. There's only.
All right. Next up, we have Sean Sarno Consulting.
Hi,
Sean.
How's it going? So my wife's also presenting, so you'll see both of us. But I picked a unique time to start a business, probably about 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah, so I started to create this vision back in January, and I always had April as like my goal, and nothing, and I mean nothing, such as this virus was going to stop me from doing that. So what I do is the last probably 5 years, I've been managing my wife's small business. So small business consultant is what I am titling myself as. And I come in and I can help you plan, manage, and organize your business. So what I did for my wife is I created, essentially a back office for her. And a lot of people that have the idea of creating a product and selling a product, that's typically what they're good at, the front end. The back end sort of gets left behind and is probably, in many cases, Band-Aids and patchwork. Well, I'll come in and I'll help you stabilize that. And for startups, I'll help them create that. So it's sort of a well-oiled machine, and your attention can be focused on where it needs to be focused, which is growing your business. So most people build their business, grow their business, sell, and I essentially save you money and help you grow in that sense. So
sounds great.
Yeah, so I'm just starting out, and I hope to take on more clients, and essentially I'm replicating what I've done for my wife's business over the last 5 years. So thank you, everybody, and great presentations.
Great. Thank you, Sean. Okay, you weren't next, but that's okay. Go ahead.
Oh, I can
Kelly.
wait. I can totally wait.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. We have Kelly Sarno, and Unique is your business.
Yeah, Unique is a piece of my business. So I'm a social media influencer and a social media coach. I've been in a direct sales company for the last 5.5 years, a company called Unique that does cosmetics and skincare. But mainly my business, I would say, is influencer. I have a social media following of about 200,000 people. And I have a website that's kellyrosesarno.com. And I work with a lot of boutiques. I work with a lot of hair companies and things like that to share their product on social media because they tend to get a lot of business from my network. And then recently during COVID, it's been a little pet project that I've always wanted to do, but I launched my very own website that has a blog and a crystal and energy shop on there. But in the coaching aspect, which I think would be more relevant here for this call, is I coach people on how to grow their social media followings with tips and tricks on how to do Facebook ads, like was talked about, but mainly how to do it organically. So I've grown my social media following to 200,000 people with spending less than $2,000 in ads. So it's really just about creating content, connecting with your community, and finding the people that are within your niche. And it's something that I take great pride in because I've built this organic following that are super loyal and really just amazing. So yes, I definitely sell makeup and cosmetics. I run a team of 16,000 women that do the same through social media and direct sales. But my passion is really watching people grow and watching people succeed. So together with my husband, we have some awesome programs to help you grow your social media and to help you manage your social media as well. So that's kind of more relevant here. But as always, if anyone needs makeup and skincare, I'm always happy to give you a consultation and take care of you in that aspect as well. So thanks for having me. It was really awesome to hear everybody's presentation for sure. And I'm open to any questions if you guys have any.
Okay, thanks. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, well, thank you very much. And let's move to Alistair Drummond, ABC Moving and Storage.
Hello.
Hello.
You can see me. Okay. Hi, guys. Great to be here. Thank you for inviting me. I'm a big fan of many of you people, and I'm going to be a fan of more of you very shortly. I work for ABC Moving and Storage and Allied International Boston. And Governor Baker recently decreed that we are essential. So what that means is good news, and it's odd news because the good news is that our trucks are still moving. We're still helping people move and businesses move to places where they can hunker down. The surveys that we're doing as salespeople are primarily virtual, FaceTime, Zoom, and our company has come up with another program called VMT, which is virtual moving technology. So we're still kind of fine tuning that. Basically, it's like FaceTime, but you can tape it. So the bottom line is we want to know what your situation is. Local moving is all about how many guys, how many hours. Interstate moving is about weight and distance. And I even have an international move coming up next week with a customer that's very particular and understandable. She is going to provide our guys with masks, but they always go out with masks and gloves these days. And it's just a very different way of doing moving. I've been in the industry since 1986. I had hair back then. And the beard was not white. But a lot of things have changed. We now go out with iPads. We're doing the virtual moving. And another thing is I always try to have used or new materials in my car, because we are very big into recycling, and we want to help people have materials, paper, tape, boxes, anything to help you move on, literally and figuratively. And so, you know, we're always available, even if it's just labor to help a couple or a business load a pod. We moved a local business in Melrose about 6 months ago into a storage facility, and then luckily that business was able to reopen. So there's a lot to talk about, but I'll keep it short. I also speak French and Spanish. So, you know, the sky's the limit as far as the moving business goes. And I'm grateful that we can still be in business and help people. And I'll quote on any projects, doesn't matter how big or small. And I'm also a big fan of gardening, and I have 3 adopt-a sites in Melrose. And I'm a big fan of Mark Hall. Mark's a good friend. And so, you know, like I said at the beginning, I want to become a big fan of all of you. And if you've any needs for labor or boxes or moving, I'm more than happy to help you. And I'll put my website on the chat.
Great. Thank you, Alistair. And all of Alistair's information will be on the virtual brochure that you'll all be getting. And next is George Marinakis from the Triumph Center for Counseling. George?
Hello, everyone. First, thank you to Meg Michaels for the invitation and the Residential Realty Group for this wonderful evening. I'm a clinical psychologist and director of the Triumph Center. We started about 30 years ago, primarily working with special needs children in both a social skills group program and a therapeutic camp known as Camp Triumph. And we've been doing that consistently for many years. You mentioned the theme today of small business connections. Well, we work with children and families around building their connections. And in addition to those services, we have a full counseling center, children through young adults, as well as families. We provide testing, so psychologists who can do testing both for identifying maybe learning disabilities or special challenges, as well as assisting young adults going on into potentially to college around decision making and getting accommodations when they approach college. In addition to that, we consult. Our consultation includes public schools, mainly special ed programs and inclusion programs for kids in the schools. And we're doing some work with colleges now. For example, Salem State University, we're assisting young adults who are on the autistic spectrum and have developmental needs, but are able to attend college and need some additional supports. So, you know, as you can see, we have a fairly wide range of ways in which we support children, young adults, and families. And as you might imagine, the coronavirus impact on our families, on our schools, on our universities has been huge. And one of the things that we're doing as an organization right now is assisting to help kind of deal with the second wave, which is kind of the mental health and social isolation factors that are impacting everyone. So for example, we are doing Zoom meetings with schools, supporting the counselors and school psychologists who are then supporting the children and the families, helping with accommodations around distant learning, as well as now within our own center, supporting our existing clients through telehealth, and we're even running telegroups for our children who were previously in our in-person social skills group program. And we're exploring what to do for the children and families with the upcoming uncertainty in the summer. Our camp is probably not going to occur, but we're still accepting referrals because families are desperate to have their children's needs met, and wondering if things open up, will they be able to be supported? And so we will be running, if it's possible, a program in person in the Winchester Vincent Owens School this summer. And if that's not possible, we'll be doing summer activities, recreational activities, and therapeutic activities through telehealth. And so what we're doing is we're being creative, and we're finding ways to support our families and to help our children and our clients feel connected so that we can mitigate some of the mental health consequences of the coronavirus. And reaching out to all of you to let you know that we have supports for families, for children, and for adults. So we are still accepting new referrals. We're doing that through phone intakes, and then if appropriate, families are able to use their insurance in telehealth and get started with telehealth therapy, and then eventually know that that therapist, that counselor, would be able to continue with the family, with the individual in-person work. Our center is located primarily in Reading, but we also are in the Cummings Office Park in Beverly, and we have groups that are in Beverly, actually, I should say in Reading, Beverly, and in Lexington. So we serve about 55 towns on the North Shore, cities and towns, and that's what we do. I'm curious if that, if you all would see that need being in your communities.
George, we do have a question for you. The person wants to know, do you work with helping young adult children with autism find employment?
So we've done that in a number of different ways. I've been a consultant to young adult transition programs for many years. So I've done that through the school systems where we provide vocational and counseling opportunities so that the young people can do interviewing skills, can develop a resume, can make connections with appropriate job opportunities, and through the schools can provide job coaches and transition training. And we've coordinated that with Mass Rehab, which specializes in that work. So I'm very familiar with that work. Autism is one of our areas of specialty, and we support young adults in doing that. We have run summer programs where we've taken young adults on the autistic spectrum to visit college campuses, to visit job sites. We had them apply to the Reading Cooperative Bank and open banking accounts. And that's a good opportunity for me to give a plug to the Reading Cooperative Bank because they assisted us as an agency in obtaining a small business forgiveness loan. So not only were they supportive to our young adults, but they were supportive to us in meeting the needs of bringing back some of our staff. So yeah, do support young adults in the community, but mainly through partnerships with Mass Rehab, partnerships with public schools who are supporting these students and partnerships with other agencies that do this critical work.
Great.
Any other questions?
I think
Well,
that's,
thank you.
That's it. Yeah. Thank you. There is one. Share your contact. Again, we're going to give, they were asking for your contact info, but we're going to give all that to you all. So
our website is triumphsutter.net. So you'll find all the services and programmings there.
Great.
Thank you, David, and thank you to everyone, and best wishes to everyone.
Thank you so much, George. Okay, before we move to our last person, I just want to make sure, is Justin on from Crowley Landscaping?
Unfortunately, I don't see him.
Okay. Who are the other ones that Carol's Cafe, is Kim here? Okay, all right. So let's move on. Now I'd like to introduce Rebecca Wright, who has done an absolutely fantastic job with this virtual brochure that we're going to be providing you all. And I just want to introduce her now so that she can tell us about herself.
Thanks, David. I've been waiting patiently this whole time. So thank you, Christine, for inviting me, and thank you to Residential Realty Group for I'm kind of on the team, but I'm not on the team. I feel part of the team, so it's really great. So I have been doing what I'll call digital marketing for 5 years now. I'll say I specialize in real estate, but I started in business-to-business marketing, which I'm not going to lie, I hated. I really like being in the public. I've done, in my previous careers, I've done retail. I've been a manager for retail, and I love being in the public. I used to sell Pampered Chef a million years ago.
Wow.
I really like showing what I can do and helping other businesses grow. So I want to say I feel like I've gotten to know all of you when I did the brochure, because I kind of had to stalk and find out things about you through your website, through your social media, whatever I could find. I Googled all of you. So it was really, really nice to have that, because I feel like I know all of you a little bit more. So that was really a great thing. So what I can offer is anything from digital media marketing, and I was really excited to get to know Sean and Kelly, because Kelly definitely has a lot. Like I fell into a rabbit hole with all of Kelly's stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. So that can happen, especially when you're trying to understand what you're creating in a marketing piece. So basically, I just created the brochure. Thank you very much, Christine. It was actually Christine's idea. So I thank you so much for that. But I do social media marketing. So I have done a lot of Facebook, Instagram, all that. I so appreciate what Kelly had to say. There's a lot. Everything that happens organically is fantastic. And just like what Rada had said, oh my God, I was going crazy when she said what she said. It's very important for us to like each other's Facebook and Instagram pages, but it's more important to share or to write a comment, because then it goes out organically in that way. So I liked everybody's pages. I'm sure you saw me. Anybody that had a Facebook page or an Instagram that I could find. I stuck to Facebook mostly, but anyway, so I started that way. So you'll see that I liked it as myself, which is Becky Wright, but I liked it as my business page. My Facebook business page is nothing yet, because I'm really just starting that. Especially, it was almost like with the pandemic, it was like, well, go for it, and I do freelance work for Christine and a few other people, but I do work part-time now for a real estate agent doing marketing. But I also like to do the admin stuff, the things that you don't want to do. Manage your Facebook page, set up your website, get that off the floor. So I do have that in my background. Many different website pages I have done, platforms, so Wix, Squarespace, any sort of platform that has your website, I can do. A lot of it is so user-friendly now. I do know coding, so I've had to do some coding on the inside to get things. So that's one of the things that's a perk. My brother gave me an HTML book when he was in high school, and I was a young mother then, and I just kind of loved it. And so anyway, so I digress. But anything that you guys would like to know, just send me an email. If you have questions about the brochure, if you want anything on that brochure about you updated, just email me. It's a live document, so I can update it like that. Anything. If you don't like a picture that I put, because I did put some stock images if I didn't know. If you didn't have a lot, like Meg, I don't know if you've seen it yet, your gardening thing, I put some stock images because I was like, this is amazing. I love this. So that's where I find I love that. George's, I took from their website. But things like that, like Tim's, I took from Tim's Facebook page. Rada, I took from a couple places. But I just try, and like Lori, I had a hard time with yours. But I found your Instagram, so I pulled from Instagram as much as I could. Ruthanne. So that's basically all that I do. So I kind of take that extra work away out of your hands. So what do they always say? It's time or money. So if you have the money but you don't have the time, that's me. So I can help you with that. And I'm open to your design ideas. I have some of my own. Christine and I have worked together with updating their logo, different things, color schemes, all that, but it's all about you. I don't write content, but I will take your content and develop into something, whether it be a digital graphic or whatever. But I think that's it. I think I said a lot.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. That the brochure was amazing. And we thank you for putting it together so quickly. Okay, so we are at about the end of our program this evening. At this point, on behalf of everyone at Residential Realty, we want to thank you all for participating in this program. And we hope that it will somehow assist you in this difficult time. And again, we just wanted to thank you all for being here this evening. I think you all did a wonderful job, and we wish you the best.